Hello and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up and Co. And round three, race two is here from the Pro Split One drivers, and we're here at the Dragon Trail International Raceway in Croatia, 2.73 mile anti-clockwise circuit, set right next to the seaside track. So race two, then another 17 laps, and we've got the pit stop involved here, medium and hard, as you know, here in race two. Now, reverse grid. And, well, this is the grid. And I'm glad to say that Brisbane, whatever issue it was at the end of race one, has managed to get that Viper back out here for race two. We were in dusk, it's sort of dusk time now. So the early morning race, we've now got the early evening race. So all the spectators and the drivers have been having a whole day of just sort of hanging around, getting their settings sorted. And this is the main event, the second of the main event here for the spectators to enjoy. So Brisbane sits there anyway at pole position for this second race. And we've got Unforgiven in second. We've got Enzo Jack in third, Matty in fourth, Fitzy in fifth, Frowny sixth, Harry in seventh, Nath in eighth, Panic in ninth, Victor 10th, Gower 11th, Scott in 12th, Motorstorm in 13th, and Ethan in 14th. Tyres, Brisbane on the hards, mediums for Unforgiven. Enzo is mediums, Matty mediums, mediums for Fitzy, Frowny hards, Harry mediums, hards for Nath, Panic hards, Victor is hards, Gower also the hards, Scott hards, Motorstorm mediums, and Ethan mediums. So majority on mediums, but quite a mixed bag there actually. We'll see how it all fares and how it all plays out. Watch those lights then. As soon as they're out, you know we'll be off. So, we've got Brisbane on those hard tyres against Unforgiven on the mediums off the first and second places. And all sorts of stuff going back here. This is all sorts of lines through turn one there. 3 abreast through there. 4 abreast in some cases. They'll hit the chicane now for the first time. Steady through here with these mixer tyres. It's going to be a little bit careful. Should all be okay through there. Yeah, everyone gets through there nicely. Panic probably was a bit of a loser. The loser out of all of that as he drops down to 14th. Did he have a moment through there? He was in 11th, or he was 11th at this point. Now, it looked like he hit the curb or maybe something else. Well, he took a lot of that curb. It wasn't that bad actually, but couldn't quite get that drive off that curb. He's on those hard tyres though, so that was why, but he will slot in 14th place behind Motorstorm Hero in 13th. So Brisbane then, after his DNF in race one, will be looking to make amends here in race two. So too Unforgiven, after he's off in race one, didn't really ever recover. Finished down there in 13th place in the end, Forgiven, but all over the back of Brisbane here on those medium tyres is Unforgiven. Matty going with him, also on the mediums in third. Now Matty will also be looking for a better race this time out. Couldn't quite get it going in race one, could he? So we'll be looking to see what he can do in that yellow and blue Porsche this time around. Harry in fourth place, also on the medium tyres. We expect to see most of the medium drivers up here at the front. Brisbane obviously on the hards, but he was from pole position, so at the moment he is leading it still, but he's got a mirror full of drivers on those medium tyres. Then we've got Fitzy also on the mediums with Enzo on mediums. Then we've got Nath also, I know he's on the hard, so Nath in 7th. With the exception of Brisbane is the next in line on the hard tyres. And we've got Frowny, I know he's on hards. He tends to start on the hards in this race too, does Frowny, but he's under pressure from Ethan. Up the inside now goes Ethan. Down here at his favourite passing place down at the hairpin on those medium tyres goes Ethan, and he'll take 8th place from Frowny. So Ethan, remember, from the back, has got himself already up to 8th. Here on lap 2, and Scott and Motorstorm battling it out here. Scott, no hard tyres, back end coming round, and what happened to Frowney there? Did he thought he lose a bit of momentum on those curves? Did he have a bit of a moment up there? Let's have a quick look. So we see him get passed by Ethan. He dropped himself down to ninth. Did he run it wide to the right hand side here? Well, he did, and that's, yeah, he did have that moment, but really didn't run it any wider than what Ethan did in that BM. But clearly Beamer's a little bit more settled through there as Motorstorm Hero takes a great move up the inside of Scott. Scott just ran it wide there. That allowed Motorstorm to just drop it back a little bit here. So they were side by side going through the S's. And as they come up over the bridge here, Motorstorm got himself on the inside now. Just watch as Scott runs it wide as they go past Frown. He was on a bit of a trying to get back after his little moment there, but Scott just run it wide, and that's opened the door for Motorstorm Hero, who got himself up the inside up to 10th, and now putting pressure on Frowney for 9th. It's going to take him there as well out of the final corner. That narrower line through there. Frowney on those hard tyres, remember, couldn't quite get it turned like Motorstorm through turn 16. So back to 10th goes Frowney. The mix of tyres that we've got here in race 2 always does throw up an exciting race 2, because obviously there's a mix of tyres and different cars react differently to the mediums and the hards, so especially around this kind of course as well with these high curbs, etc. That'll be a real challenge. It's will add to the excitement a little bit as Fitzy runs it a bit wide. He was just having a look at Harry. I think he went for the move on the outside, but didn't quite get it stopped there, Fitzy. But Fitzy on those medium tyres along with Harry. Right up behind him now, Fitzy looking strong. So Fitzy, I think he has had a podium actually. I think he got a podium in race 2 last time out at Sardinia. So he has tasted the champagne up there. So he fancies a little bit more of that. Still early in this race, just about to start lap 4. Oh, now someone's in now. Who was that? That was Brisbane. So the Viper's in. Brisbane's done his minimum amount of laps on the hard tyres. He's going to chuck on the mediums as we see Fitzy having that mover down there to turn 1 on Harry. He was lining him up. Did he get it done? Always a little bit of hip and shoulder coming through the chicane, but he did get it done, Fitzy, and up to 2nd he goes. So a good move. He did look like he had a little bit more compared to Harry early in this race. So Fitzy now trying to chase down our leader Matty, who's inherited that lead from Brisbane coming in. But he's on those medium tyres and he hasn't got to worry about coming in yet. As I always say, I'd imagine these guys will just run it as long as they possibly can until they have to come in. It will be the fuel that will dictate when that is. Now, not expecting any rain, but there was some talk that there might be a little bit of wet stuff heading towards the circuit, but we're not sure entirely when that's due. Obviously, drivers will be hoping that it stays away until the end, but you never know, it might actually hit the race before the end, in which case tyre rules will go out of the window, and if they have to come in to change onto the intermediates or wets, that's what they can do. They don't have to worry about running hards and mediums anymore. The tyre, as I say, the tyre rule goes out of the window, but well, let's worry about if it happens. As Harry now just picking up a bit of pace again, and now trying to get that 2nd place off of Fitzy. Fitzy has a look down at Matty. Didn't quite work out, wasn't quite close enough. But look at Enzo now in that Ferrari. We haven't seen a lot of him. We haven't been talking much about Enzo, have we, in this race? But he's suddenly has now clung himself onto the back of this leading three, sitting there in fourth place. So what's Enzo got for us? Maybe Enzo is fancying a little bit of something he hasn't had so far in this championship, and that is a podium. So Enzo then, what can he do about Harry ahead of him? But now Ethan's also there and Unforgiven, so Ethan from the back has got himself to fifth place. He is pushing hard on those medium tyres, and he is going to be joining these front four very shortly. Motorstorm's there. In fact, did Motorstorm just take Unforgiven? Because I could have sworn Unforgiven was ahead. Now Unforgiven must have run it wide. He did. Oh, he just took it too wide at the final corner. That allowed an easy pass for Motorstorm. Up to sixth place he goes, and Unforgiven back to seventh. So couldn't quite get it turned around those left-handers at the end there. Unforgiven. Storm is not going to miss an opportunity like that. Victor is in pit lane. His Nath just coming out of the final corner in ninth. He will take eighth from Victor, assuming Victor is still there. Yes, he is. So Nath just takes eighth place. Brisbane, who's been in, as we know, and come out on those medium tyres, he's up to ninth now. Victor still sitting in pit lane. Panic in 11th. Being chased down by Scott in... Panic in 10th now. Being chased down by Scott in 11th. Frowney in 12th. There's Victor, so he's come out in 13th, just ahead of Gower. He's also been in off those hard and onto those medium tyres. So it's like most of the guys that are on hard tyres have come in and done their stop now, and so everybody on mediums as it stands. But of course, all the guys that have still got to run that hard tyre near the end of this race. But everybody, I think, currently are on medium tyres. Fitzy has taken the lead of the race. So while I was chatting about tyres and looking at Victor, etc., Fitzy has taken the lead of this race. And here it is. So let's just go back and see. So he was in second. This all happened whilst Victor was in pit lane, actually. Got a better exit out of there, Fitzy, didn't he? Trying to chase down Matty. Comes out to the inside. Matty staying right to the right-hand side. So no defensive work for Matty at this point. And straight down the inside goes Fitzy. Runs it a bit wide, but gets it done. Takes the lead of this race. So Fitzy clearly in the mood here. Matty in second. Harry right behind him with Enzo still right behind him in fourth as well, so it's really close in. Ethan's playing with those curbs again, throwing that BM over the top. He's on the back of them too, with Motorstorm as well. So now look at this battle. Top six, all within the same shot here. There they are. Only on lap 6 of 17. Obviously these guys have still got to come in and do their stop, but this is hotting up nicely. Unforgiven, not far off this lot either. Would have been there, wouldn't he, had he not made that mistake. Final corner. But he did. And he's just off the back of these as Motorstorm now eyeing up fifth from Ethan, getting a good run down to turn one. Is he going to have a go? We had a look at it. The sun just beginning to go in now. It's getting a little bit darker out there. So it's going to make conditions a little bit different to what they were when they started this race. It'll be a little bit cooler. Track temperature as well is going to be cool as well. As Motorstorm has a better run and he's going to take Ethan all the way down towards the hairpin. Takes that fifth place. No response from Ethan. Bit of a block pass from Motorstorm, but good pass in the end, and up the inside he goes to fifth place. So next on his hit list is Enzo in fourth. Motorstorm on a roll here. He's been, we had 3 rounds, and so far he's been on the podium 3 times as Motorstorm gets himself a win, a third place, and a second place in that order. Certainly looking for another win, isn't he, here? It's just a matter of time before he gets that fourth off the end zone. It could be up here at the final corner. Depends on what line Enzo takes. Let's have a quick look. We'll stick with Enzo and see. Does he take that narrower line? Does he take that longer, sweeping, wider line? A bit narrow, wasn't he? Motorstorm actually probably made a little mistake through there, because that's now allowed Ethan to get back onto the back of him. But what a battle this is. Fitzy still leading it from Matty, from Harry, from Enzo. Motorstorm, there's your... and Ethan, that's your top 6. Through turn 1 they go here at the start of lap 8. So about halfway through this race now. Forgiven, just being left behind a little bit. He's on his own now. Ethan again does like to flirt with those curbs. Pretty confident, isn't he, on the suspension on that BM, and actually gets himself to 4th. How did he do that? Because Enzo's dropped back. Well, there was something happened through the chicane there, so let's have a look. So he's in 6th. What happened to Enzo? Oh, Enzo had a big moment. That's allowed Motorstorm to get past and Ethan to get past, but then Ethan had that run and also got past Motorstorm at the same time, so actually made up 2 places in one corner there, and then takes that 4th into the hairpin. Want to switch back for Motorstorm though. He's going to have a look at it. It's, well, he's going to be on the inside if he gets himself up far enough up the side of Ethan. Yes, he does. So back again, goes Motorstorm to 4th. So what a battle this is. But of course, these all start fighting. It's going to allow Harry and Fitzy to just get away. And again, Ethan, he really does hit those curbs. I think I've seen anybody hit that curb so violently in any car before. So he's, as I touched on before, clearly confidence in that car to let it do what it needs to do, and the car control as well from Ethan himself to make sure that he keeps it going where he wants it to go. It's difficult through there to hit that curve so many times, but keep it going. Motorstorm also has another look at Harry, was it this time? He does. Yep. Again, he's just getting his way through, isn't he? Motorstorm, remember, he was at the back of this little group. Now he's heads up, grabs 3rd from Harry at turn 1. Easy in the end for Motorstorm. So, oh no, but Harry's fought back, and his little switchback, a great switchback from Harry. So just as when he thought Motorstorm had that, Harry said no. Quite fancy a bit of podium, so if you don't mind, please stay back there. Motorstorm obliges, but now has got Ethan all over the back of his Audi. But now Motorstorm's going to have another look at Harry up the inside. Yeah, he does go for it. Harry see him coming. What's the drive like from the Audi? Better than the Merc. He's going to grab it again. They're switching, trading places here. Harry and Motorstorm. Again, Motorstorm got that 3rd place. Harry in 4th. Right behind him is Ethan and Enzo. Now Enzo, has he made another? Oh no, he's all right. I thought he went for a Burton there for a second, but he's all right. He's still there. Now that's unforgiven. Now he's being left behind a little bit, but all this fighting ahead of him might just bring him back into play. There's the gap, so he's a little bit back, isn't he? But Ethan now attacking Harry up here. Turn 15. He's going to have a go, and he's going to shove Harry out there. I don't think there was a touch, just ran him out wide. That's good racing. So Harry back to 5th, Ethan up to 4th place, and now Enzo. Can he get past Harry at turn 1? He's going to have a look. Oh, Enzo, does he get it done? No, he doesn't. What about here with the chicane? The brakes. No, still has to sit behind Harry, so he'll have another go, maybe next time. And these guys, are we now lap 10 of 17? Probably got another 2 or 3 laps worth of fuel in their tanks. So it depends, doesn't it, how far they want to run it. But I would say 13th, lap 13, 14 maybe. These guys are starting to come in and take their stop onto the hard tyres, but we'll go to our leader and see how he's looking. Well, Fitzy got himself out in front, didn't he? Doing a stellar job at the minute. Keeping Matty behind him in second. So the two Porsches leading it, but we have a charging Motorstorm on his way. Up to third he goes. Ethan going with him, but Motorstorm at the moment. What's he got for these Porsches? Remember, all still got to come in. So it could be a racing pit lane here, the way things are going. Anybody jumping in yet? I think it's still going to be a little bit early for anybody or any of these leaders to be coming in. So I reckon they're going to have at least another 2 laps and they can run here. So Motorstorm in third, also holding that fastest lap of 1:32.5. Got that fastest lap in race 1, didn't he, at the end? So does he get a second fastest lap here in this round? I do know he is leaving Ethan behind a little bit at the moment. Ethan trying everything he can to get back on terms with Motorstorm. And that right front is beginning to show signs of a little bit of well, not a great amount of tread on there, so maybe Ethan is just starting to feel it. Harry still holding 5th place from Enzo in 6th, so Enzo still not managing to get past Harry at this point. He's there, isn't he, Enzo? He's in a good position. He could well have a go here up at turn 15 and 16 through these double left-handers. Got to have a go now. Literally pushing him along. That's it, pulls up into the inside. Enzo's got to get it done now. And he does. Up to 5th he goes. Lovely clean pass by Enzo, and Harry had no answer to that. He has to drop down to 6th. Just couldn't get that Merc turned in the end, could he? So Enzo to 5th place. Unforgiven in 7th still. He's completely being left behind from the guys ahead, but he's also being caught now from Nathan Brisbane in 8th and 9th place. So Unforgiven's got something to worry about from behind now. The shape of a Samurai Beetle of Nath. Again, a good race from Nath, things considered really. Just sitting there, keeping himself out of trouble. Thank him for the replays, as he always does. Wasn't for Nath. You're seeing what you're seeing now, so thank you to you. Brisbane in 9th place after he was the first one to come in, remember, very early on those hard tyres to switch to those mediums. So he's going to have a long stint now on those medium tyres, and he's not going to have a lot left of those, I don't think, by the time we get to the final lap. Still got quite a long way to go in this race, and already they're showing signs of degradation, which they would, obviously, being that he came in so early. But what they're going to be like when he gets to the end of this race is the question. Victor, who had a great start to this race, didn't he? Victor just dropping back now after his stop, finds himself in 10th place. Panic in 11th. Then we got Frowney in 12th. Now I see someone in, so Unforgiven's in. So he is the first of the medium guys to come in. As Frowney gets shoved from Gower there, I think. Did he run it wide? Let's have a look. I'm not going to accuse Gower of doing anything there, but no, I think, no, it was a genuine, no. Gower was there, but he didn't actually touch him. I think Frowney just got it wrong on exit through the final corner. Drops him down to 13th as Gower goes through to, 12th now, because Unforgiven's there. Gower goes to 11th. And that fastest lap has been beaten by Victor, 1:32.4. So Motorstorm, fastest lap has now been taken by Victor. So Victor clearly feeling it at the moment. But I think he's down there in what? 8th place, is he? Yeah. Scott in 13th. Yeah, from again, hasn't really got going in this one, has he? Another one who's obviously had a good race one. Himself on the podium, did Scott. Can't quite get it going in this one, though. I think he started on hard, so he's like Brisbane. I think he actually started on hard tyres and has been on those mediums for a while. But our leaders are now in, so we were into the realms of the stops now after lap 14. Harry's decided to go on for one more, so Harry is the leader, the new leader of this race. Matty's in, Motorstorm's in, Fitz is in, Ethan's in from 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. So Harry now takes the mantle here at the front. Now, will this work to his advantage? Obviously, he's still got to come in. He's going to be coming in at the end of this lap because he has got no more fuel to run after this one. So what sort of gap can he get before the other guys come through? Nath also has got to come in, I believe, anyway. Might be wrong now, but I think he's still got to come in, Nathan. He's been fuel saving because he's still got quite a bit of fuel, so clearly he has been fuel saving there. But Brisbane now, so Brisbane actually, this could work for him. Remember, he's done his change. He's all the way to the end in that Vipan now. He's in 3rd place. Harry's still got to come in, and Nath also has got to come in, I believe. So this could work into the hands of Brisbane. He could actually take victory here. And if he does, it'll be the first time that he's been on the podium actually in this championship. It will be, yeah. I'm going to say too much at the moment because still got a bit of a way to go in this race. At the end of this, we're still going to have 3 laps to go, but he's in a good position. We're going to see Harry coming in any minute now. There he goes. So Harry comes in for his stop. Now, what does Nath do? Does he stay out, or is he going to come in now? He's got enough fuel to stay out. Nath may well have been in, as I say. I'm not 100% sure whether Nath's been in or not. I'm going to assume he hasn't. Having said that, looking at his tyres and his fuel, he could have actually been on the same strategy as Brisbane here. So actually, Nath may well be in for a win here. I think he has been in, you know. I think he started on the hards. So he's done a Brisbane and run the mediums for the longest stint. Actually, this could work out to be a great move from Nath. So he is leading it from Brisbane. Nath, has he been on the podium this time? He hasn't. So if he does stay where he is, have another new winner here. It'll be the first time the Beatles also got himself onto the podium. So Nathan is at the moment still with 2 and a bit laps to run. Brisbane chasing him down all the time at Brisbane. He's got to be a little bit mindful of the tyres he's got. Then we've got Motorstorm, and he's already got himself up to 3rd after his stop. He's on the hard tyres. These are the guys all came in, run it to as long as they could. They've all come in off these mediums and onto the hard tyres. So they're still in play, you know, with 2 laps to go. Even though they're on the hard tyres, obviously they're better tyres. The medium guys in front there that you can see. What have they got? They've got enough. These final couple of laps to get these guys ahead of them. Motorstorm. Don't put anything past him. We know he's been very, very quick. So let's see how these hard tyres perform for him. Fitzy was in the lead, wasn't he, before he came in, down there in 4th place, but also in a good place as the Light Motorstorm, and the same as Ethan. These guys just put enough fuel in to finish the race. The hard tyres Victor has a go with Matty. Victor on the mediums, but still just about holding Matty off. 6th place, Matty in 7th. Then one of the guys that will come out on the hard tyres. Then Harry behind him in 8th place. Ethan now all over the back of Fitzy still. So this could be anybody's, this podium at the moment, couldn't it? Motorstorm still in 3rd place, but closing in fast as they approach the end of this penultimate lap onto the final lap now. This is it now then. So this is where this race is going to be won and lost. So Nathan was on that same strategy, still leading this race at the moment, looking okay. Brisbane, I think he's got much more that he can offer. I don't think he's got anything that he can get to within passing opportunity to Nath here for Brisbane. Looks like he's given it all he had in that Viper. Now what's Motorstorm? He's the one. Motorstorm's the one we've got to watch, because Fitzy, Ethan, Victor, Matty, they're not anywhere close to Motorstorm at the moment. Motorstorm is the one on the charge and the one who's trying to close down these leaders, but I don't think he's going to be quite have enough time here, running out of time in terms of the lap, in terms of corners here now for Motorstorm. All he can hope for is that these guys' tyres completely go, or they make a mistake because of the lack of grip they've got. Nathan it is, as we see him heading up now towards the final couple of corners. Looks like he will take victory here, Nathan. He'll get himself through these final couple of corners. Not a lot of fuel left, but should be just about okay. It'll be a good battle for that 2nd place, but we're going to just stick with Nathan for now. As he comes out of the final corner, Motorstorm sliding it, but that's that done. So it will be Nath. Congratulations for the win. Brisbane in 2nd, Motorstorm in 3rd. Fitzy ahead of Ethan in 4th, 5th and 5th. Victor plus there grabbed that 6th place. Matty 7th in the end, Harry in 8th, Gower coming in 9th. And we've got Enzo 10th, closely followed by Scott in 11th, Frowny in 12th, Panic in 13th, and Unforgiven in 14th. Victor with that fastest lap of 1:32.4. That is that for round 3. So another couple of really good races here. And we roll on to round 4, which, as I said, is the final of the sprint races before we hit the Enduro. So join me for that in a week's time. As always, hopefully like and subscribe if you did like this video and this channel, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.